Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day, Dr.
Hey,
Cox.
good morning.
Did you remember to get candy for your sweetheart?
I did better than that. I got shower gel and body lotion, all that
Did you
foo-foo
really?
stuff.
Well, you took her on a little vacation, give her a little sunshine, didn't you?
I have to take her on vacation before I go to Oklahoma City for the legislative session.
Yeah, good.
So.
Well, what's happening this week? Give us a roundup.
Well, this week in the legislature, most of the bills are working their way through the committee process. Some will survive, some will not, and the ones that do will come to the entire House of Representatives for an up or down vote. If they pass, they'll go over to the Senate. I'd like to take this opportunity to specifically talk about one of the bills that I am sponsoring concerning the level on Grand Lake. The bill states that the normal level on Grand Lake shall be considered 745 feet above sea level year-round. Now, the sole purpose of this bill is to do away with the lowering of the lake down to the 741 level during August and September. The bill specifically states that in no way is it to interfere with flood control or hydroelectric generation. You know, I think there's a few problems with lowering it down to 741, which was mandated to seed millet seed for waterfowl. Of course, the millet seed program hasn't been very successful, and the fisheries folks are concerned that lowering the lake causes that year's hatching, I don't know, I guess you call them fish fries, fingerlings, that year's spring hatch of fish, they lose their shore cover, and they feel like it is hurting the fish population.
By lowering it.
By lowering it. And I think that anyone who fishes for crappie on Grand Lake will testify to the fact that the crappie population certainly seems to have declined in the 10 years since we started lowering the lake for the millet seeding program. Just as importantly, you know, the end of August and Labor Day weekend, of course, is prime boating tourism season. And when they lower that level, there are a lot of dock owners that the water is then too shallow for their lift to go down. They can't launch their boat, as well as many submerged boating hazards then become closer to the surface and create dangers for running aground or running into what was previously submerged obstacles.
So you've authored this bill and it's gone to committee?
I've authored that bill. It's made it through committee. It's coming to the House floor. I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about it because the folks at Miami have voiced quite a bit of concern about it increasing their risk of flooding, and that's why I want to stress that the bill specifically says in no way is it to interfere with regulation of the lake for flood control. Also, I would be perfectly willing and will probably get the bill amended down to 744 rather than 745 because 744 has been a normal lake level in the past.
Well, good. Congratulations.
So, well, thank you. We'll see. You know, I'm working with both Representative Glenn and Senator Wyrick. Senator Wyrick will carry it on the Senate side. And hopefully we will allay the concerns of the folks in the northern part of the Grand Lake watershed. Want to work with them, find something that's agreeable to all, do away with the 741 level, but reassure them that we're not trying to put water in anyone's property or home.
Now this will be in conflict with FERC regulations, correct?
It will be in conflict with FERC, and one of the things that the Tulsa World asked me is, well, who will take precedence? And we'll just have to see, you know. We'll have to appeal to FERC, and this will just be a little more ammunition in our appeal to do away with that rule requiring the 741 level. I've also had some calls from some duck hunters and say, well, what about the waterfowl? And I think everyone knows that the Department of Wildlife is working in conjunction with GRDA to acquire some lands at the north of Miami to create a waterfowl preserve, public hunting lands, and do away really with the need for the millet seeding program.
Yeah, there was several. I mean, it was a huge plot of land that GRDA is trying to acquire rights to.
And they're still working and having
thousands of acres.
And they're doing that in conjunction with the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife.
Right. Good.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you next week.
Okay. Bye.